his personality can cut both ways. And that's why we included a lot of shows are just cutting it off at like, nah, I'm good. But we included that other part of like, and I'm going to work my tail off or whatever it is. And I think it was it Windhorse who wrote the article, like once they were down 0-2 and everybody was down in the dumps, he's like, we're good. So it is part of his optimism that in another way, Brew, and you might totally disagree, this shows me a level of maturity that I don't need to be cut from the Jordan, Kobe, furrowed brow, I'm going into a dark place, and that's maybe it can be a place more of.
But who if
I don't know.
I hear you, and that's why I said different strokes for different folks.
Shaq.
Maybe he can do it.
Shaq.
But probably.
You know, Shaq, I don't think Shaq was. Listen, I don't want to misquote Shaq, and I think he knows, and the audience knows how much respect I have for him. I don't. If we were, I wish I could ask him. I'll ask Lefko, my buddy, who's his buddy, to ask him. When he got swept by Hakeem in those finals, was he like devastated, or was he like, man, I wanted to win?
Wasn't he in his
third year, I think.
Second or third
I think he's the same age as Ant. He was 95, so
probably the same age.
Right, yeah. And he was probably like, but good step. You know what I mean? We're, you know, and I'm going to get better and whatever it is. Yeah. They kind of both have that gregarious attitude, and they're funny and charismatic, and so
I think the difference would be Shaq was a giant.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Physically,
and some argue Shaq that maybe that disposition is why he doesn't have 10 rings. You know,
there are definitely those that'll say that.
And so I didn't view it as immaturity because maybe it's the same thing. It just sounds more cutting. I viewed it just as almost like naivete and youth, and almost like
that's fine.
Because here is the thing.
Okay, go ahead.
If I just real quick, he is ahead of schedule. And that is the point that he wasn't making, but I'll make on his behalf. If we look at the legends playing right now and then the MVPs he's competing with, how'd their playoffs look before they turned 24? Okay, LeBron won 5 more playoff games. Durant won 3 more playoff games. Luka, who we thought it was great that he got to the conference finals at Ant's age. Giannis had won 7 playoff games. Shea had won 5 before he turned 24. Steph and Joker hadn't won any. Only LeBron and Durant had made a finals. I didn't include Kawhi, Harden, Russ, and Tatum because those guys went on deep playoff runs not as the best player. So that kind of, you know what I mean? These are the guys who had to be the alphas on their team and how far they went with it.
And to your point, look, Jokic, SGA, and Giannis did not come into the league great.
They were not great players immediately.
They played a few years before they became like even all-star caliber.
And it's not like, and this is why, and you said it, Brew, and you co-signed it, it's not like he doesn't work. He's gotten better every year.
Worker.
And so, like, the only way you can get better every year is if you're working. So it's not like we feel like he's plateaued.
Right.
No.
And his teammates
But to me, I see things he needs to definitely get better at.
100%.
And I honestly, and it wasn't just him, but last night, OKC took their heart.
Yes.
And Lou Dort was face guarding Ant. It was like he wasn't even at times looking at the rest of that. He was like denying Ant. And that's frustrating. When you got a dude that's physical, that's strong, that's athletic, all on you, and he's just stopping you from getting the ball. There were times Ant didn't come to get the ball. He was just like you could see the exasperation. I think they were happier to be in that press conference than they were on the court. It looked like they couldn't wait to get off that court.
I think my only qualifier is I don't think they took their heart last night. I think they took their heart at the end of Game 4.
Okay.
In Game 4, it was like, okay, this was our shot.
Yeah.
And we lost, and it's over, and, you know, we just got another game to go lose.
Coming up next, Caleb says he's happy in Chicago.
Yeah.
I believe him. Next on FS1, the Fox Sports Channel, Sirius XM. I do.
No, you don't.
Can we stay just a little bit longer?
Don't worry, we'll be back.
I can't believe they're leaving.